There are a lot of myths around colic, and I think it's important for us to talk about them and clarify what's actually true and what's not. Once you've seen your pediatrician and your pediatrician assures you that your baby is healthy and growing and developing normally, you do not need to be concerned that your baby is suffering or in pain. Babies can cry to cry, and part of this is a developmental period that babies are going through. It doesn't mean that something's wrong with your baby or that they're suffering or that you're doing something wrong. As long as you've been reassured by your pediatrician, the next step is to say, okay, let me go back and think about the things that I've learned about that I can do in this moment. There is no evidence that babies who are more fussy or more colicky end up being difficult teenagers, saying to yourself, okay, this is a moment, this is time, this is a period in my child's life over a much greater period is important, and recognizing that this will pass. It will take time. It may not feel good as you're going through it, but it won't be forever. It's hard to get to know your baby's signals. They're a new person in your life who's waking you up every 2 hours to feed. That's challenging. And as you start to get to know your baby better, you'll start to recognize different kind of cries. And sometimes, no matter how experienced a parent you are, you won't know why your baby's crying. It is not that something's wrong with you or your baby or your connection. It's that naturally this time period your child is going through will make them harder to soothe and will take more effort in order to get them to calm for periods of time. This is absolutely not true. Both formula-fed and breastfed babies can have colic. Babies who are combined breastfed and formula-fed can have colic. We don't know what causes colic exactly and why one baby cries more than the other, but we do know that it's not exclusively in one type of feeding. There's really no exact definition of colic. And so if the word colic is going to give you anxiety or makes it feel like there's a medical diagnosis and something's wrong, it's better to not think about it like that. It's better to say there's a spectrum of fussiness. Either way, the framing you want to have is, my baby's on the more fussy side. That means that I probably need to create an environment that will help prevent it as much as possible, and then go to my in-the-moment tips and opportunities of things I can try, as opposed to being very focused on whether or not they have, quote, colic.